So, a Wingscapes Birdcam 2.0. Now, purchased it off eBay for spares or repair. Paid £5 for it. In the description, it just says please wait or initialising or something like that on the display, and doesn't do anything else. So, we shall get it out of the box, take it apart, and we'll see if we can repair it. And it's out of its box. Right, let's have a look at this then. Let's have a look in the battery compartment first. And the battery compartment looks nice and clean. Now the only problem is this takes D cells and I don't have any. But I did spy there's a socket on the bottom for 12 volts. So we shall apply some 12 volts and we'll see what it does. And it says please wait, and that's about all it does. None of the buttons seem to do anything. I wonder if it'll make any difference if I pop an SD card in. I do have an SD card here, so I shall put one of those in and we'll try switching it off and back on. And it does the same. Right, okay. Well, I think the next thing is to try and figure out how we get into this. And it looks like there's some screws around the outside here, so we'll try those. Right, let's see if that gets what in. Aha, nice. So what do we have in here? I can see, it looks like a couple of backup batteries there. There's a small one there, and there's another one here. There's a couple of big capacitors there, which look like for the charge for the flash. Because this has got an old school xenon flash tube on the front. And that's about it really. So where do we start with this then? I think I might just disconnect these two wires here, and then we can get this board separated from the rest of the unit and get this out of the way. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. That's it. Right, I'll get this bit out of the way and the back out of the way. I wonder if there's any voltage in those these little cells here. I wonder if there's something just like a backup clock or something sort of not working right, or something like that. Corrupt date and time or something maybe, I don't know. Let's just bring the meter in and we'll have a look. Two little contacts here, and whatever's supposed to be in that cell, we've only got 0.1 of a volt, so that could be a potential issue. And there's another cell here, and I think it goes to there. Well, I'm not 100%. I don't think I can get the probe underneath it. I probably have to take the circuit board out. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, but that's definitely definitely got no voltage in. I mean, that might be for like a little backup clock or something. So I think we might have to remove that and see if we can get a replacement. And we'll need to see if this one has got any voltage still. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take the board out to see if we can see where those pins go. So let's see how easy it is for this to come out. I've got very tiny screws on this. Feels like there's a connector or something under there. I'm going to get a screwdriver and just pop it under here, see if we can lift this side of the board up. I think that's for the display. Alright, let's see which way it goes now. This comes forward. Like that, right. And we have the LCD display there. We've got a couple of crystals. Can't see any blown components or anything as such. Right, where does that battery go? From there to there. Right, we'll just see if we've got any voltage on this battery across these two terminals here. .4 volts. Well, I think that should be about 3 volts. So I think I've came across those cells before. Let's see if it's got anything written on it. 5.5 volts. Actually, is that a capacitor? Because it's got 0.33 farads on it. So I think that's actually a capacitor, that. Well, that's interesting. So why isn't that got any voltage in if we've just had it powered up? I would have thought that it should retain some voltage, especially if it's that type of value. Let's see if we can get this back together. And we'll power it on and then we'll see if we've got any voltage on that capacitor. And try and get the LCD display connector back in. Like so. Right. And my 12 volt power supply's here, so I'll just plug that back in. And it still says please wait. Now, how am I going to measure the voltage on there? That's a little bit of an issue now, isn't it? Didn't think that one through, did I? Well, that looks like a ground. Right, okay. Well, that's definitely a ground, isn't it? So now we're getting -3. That doesn't look right, does it? Okay, well, that's ground, that's why. So that's ground. But I'm not too sure where that track goes to now. There is a one comes out of here though, and that says 3.5 volts. Just notice there's some solar splats around here. I don't know what that lot is. Looks like they've put a little capacitor on there extra, with a couple of splodges of solder. So yeah, that doesn't look the best, does it? So this looks like the main control of the thing here, because that must talk to the SD card and that. And it looks like we've got a small inductor here. Ah, there's a 0 ohm resistor there. Let's see what that measures, just to see if oh. Well, that doesn't look right, does it? We've got a 0 ohm resistor there, and it's not showing 0 ohms. They normally use these as like a fuse, so I wonder if something else has failed on this board, or if it's just been when it's been trying to charge up, it's drawn too much current with those big caps and blown. Right. Like I say, but those backup batteries, I think those are normally for like clocks or whatever, and I'm not sure on this one either. One may be for settings, and one may be for clock on this area of the board. But yeah, and that looks like it comes on one of the main power supplies. So I think we'll try we'll measure resistance between ground, if I can find which is ground, which looks about there, and here, just in case we've got a short. Well, it doesn't appear to have a short there. That doesn't look too bad. Well, that resistor definitely looks blown. Right, I shall see if I can find a 0 ohm resistor, and I'll be back. Right, so I've found a 0 ohm resistor, which looks about the same size, and we'll just double check that this one's okay, if I can get the probes on it. Yeah, so that one's okay, and as you can see, that one isn't. So I think we'll bring the microscope in so we can get a bit closer view, and we'll change that over. Right, so that's the old one off, and we'll get the new one. Nice. And we'll get this back out the way. And we'll double check that it's working. Yes, we've got a reading on that now. So I think we should power it up and see if it does anything different now. Ah, I think that's it. That's definitely doing more than what it did. Alright, because I haven't got the board screwed and we can't press any of the buttons. Right, well that's definitely made a difference. So I think we'll put some of these screws back in. I'm not sure if that board's quite seated right though. Yeah, it is, it's just the way the screws are. Right, we'll put the screws back in. Now I think I've seen on the internet there was a few other people had the same problem with these units. I'm just saying please wait. So this might be helpful to a few people that've got a similar issue. And it didn't take well long to actually find the fault. Right, a couple of more screws and then now I have no idea how to operate this thing, so that could be interesting as well. And there's the old resistor I just removed, so we'll just double check that while it's out of circuit. Not that that's really going to make any difference, but you know, just to prove that the that this one isn't actually working properly. Yeah, we're just getting a bit of a slight reading now and again, but yeah, it's definitely not working. Right. Right, so manual mode, enter setup, reset to easy, photo quality, delay, sensitivity, imprint info, TV out format, flash, just offer auto, erase images, test camera, we'll try yes, wave hand no, test in progress, all systems okay. Well, it appears to be working. I think what we'll have to do is see if we can use it to take a couple of pictures, and we'll I might set it up in the garden. We'll see if we can take some pictures with it just so we know it's working correctly. But it appears to be doing a lot more than what it did do. So what's this? Laser aim, shutter mode manual. Ah, laser on. Okay. I don't know how we get shutter mode. Let's hope I'm not burning any of your eyes out with the laser beam. If I am, just look away from the screen now. You know, I'm sorry about that, but I'm only joking, by the way. Right, so I've just figured out how to get it into manual photo mode, and if we cover the daylight sensor here, it comes up flash charge. So hopefully that's charging the flash up. Do I need a disclaimer? Caution could contain flash photography. Right, okay, so if I press this button here now, yes, and it took a photo. So yeah, I think it's all good. So I set the camera up outside, just next to some bird feeders that we had on one of the trees there, and here's the pictures that we took with it. Well, it seems to be taking pictures okay, and when I connected it to the computer, I found it's got some internal memory as well as the SD card. And on the internal memory, I'll just pull up this picture here, there's a rather startled looking pigeon, which must be from the previous owner. So I guess what's happened with this is it's got there's two parts to the circuit board. You've got this part here, which is the display and user interface, and then the board up here, which is the actual camera module. And because the camera module wasn't getting power due to the 0 ohm resistor failing, then the user interface was saying please wait, and I was attempting to communicate to the camera module, and not getting a response, so it was just continuously just saying please wait. So yeah, and nice little fix that one. I'm quite pleased with that one. I quite enjoyed it. So well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.